The writing units of study at each grade level include 4 units, as well as several other resources: a guide to the writer's workshop, a curriculum extension and differentiation resource, an assessment guide, and a CD resource. The foundation for writing instruction in each grade, K through 5, was developed based on research as to what writers need and is aligned with our writing instruction. The writing units of study progressively builds learning across units and grades. There are 4 unit books of study per grade level, and these books reflect what we want students to know about writing. At each grade level, the units of writing focus on 3 types of writing: opinion, information, and narrative. Each of the units are designed for approximately 6 to 8 weeks of instruction, and each unit of writing consists of 18 to 22 lessons or sessions. The shared language, progression of skills, and structure of the resource helps with coherence and continuity throughout the grade levels, as well as in our school district's writing instruction. The resource, a guide to the Common Core Writing Workshop, describes how we help students learn, practice, and work towards independence as writers. It includes the essential principles, methods, and instruction of a writer's workshop. Each day's workshop session, no matter what type of writing or grade level, includes the following components: a connection to the past learning that is a prelude to sharing the thinking behind the lesson, a 10 to 15-minute mini-lesson that includes the teaching point of the day, student practice, and as the students are practicing their writing, the teacher confers individually or in small groups.
All right, writers, we have been learning all about writing reviews, right? Trying to convince our readers about our opinions about toys and movies and games and places, right? We've added some important information like what, remember what, and where, and when, right? We've tried using comparisons. Well, today I'm going to teach you that writers write introductions that grab their reader's attention, right? You want your reader to keep on reading right from the very start.
So we've been spending some time talking about the text structure that you put into an essay, a personal essay, a persuasive essay. Any kind of essay has that same structure where you have that thesis statement, and then you need to support your thesis statement with some reasons. We've talked a little bit about that before. Today's teaching point has to do with how not only is the structure of your essay important, but also the meat that's inside it. So remember we talked about when you go to a restaurant and you see this beautiful, beautiful presentation, the food looks fabulous, but then you get it to your table and you go to eat it and it tastes yucky. So it can look really beautiful, but if it tastes yucky, it's really not going to do the job that you want your food to do, right? So your essay kind of works the same way. Not only does it need to look good and follow the format that an essay should follow, but the stuff that you put inside it should also kind of be good too. And you don't want it to be yucky and really not kind of support your thesis. So what we're working on today is coming up with some of those reasons that will support your thesis. You need to prove your point. When you make a thesis statement or a claim, that evidence that you put in really backs it up and proves to people that this really truly is what you say it is. So how do you think you're going to narrow that down?
I think we gotta narrow it down by the things that base it off, because this connects with this, and
Okay.
this is the base of all the others.
Yeah, if you can find things that you can take and kind of squish together to make one reason. We talked about trying to put things in buckets, so if you can kind of put things in buckets and put them together.
I used to think that writing was the worst thing in the world, and it was just horrible. And now I feel that it's really just enjoyable and it makes me happy.
And now I feel that it's really fun, and I get to do things with partners and friends, and I get to talk about writing. You can pick your own topic, and the teacher doesn't tell you what your topic has to be. You get to do a lot with your friends, and I think it's really fun.
the start of each unit, we give students a pre-assessment, which is a more focused piece of writing based on the particular topic we're going to be studying. When students are done, we use a rubric to score their writing. As a teacher, what I'm looking for as I'm scoring their writing would be overall strengths and weaknesses as a class, along with individual needs. And just doing this simple step really helps drive instruction for the upcoming weeks.
You started with a question, right? And then what's the next step to writing a bold beginning? Introduce
your
topic, right? Did you introduce your topic?
Yes.
Tell me what you said.
It is good.
It is
Called Marianne's.
okay. And then, Adrian.
Is a good.
And the third step is after you ask a question and you introduce the topic, you're going to say your opinion, right? And is that what you did next?
Yeah.
So tell me, what did you think of Marianne?
A good place to go for breakfast.
Excellent. So Adrian, step 1, ask a question. Did you do that? Yes, you did. Step 2, name your topic. Did you do that? Excellent. And your third step is to tell your opinion. Did you do that?
Yes.
So you have a nice bold beginning to this writing, so you can head back to your desk, and I want you to continue telling me what makes Marianne the best breakfast place, okay? So take a seat at your desk and continue working, all right?
Do you like nice, relaxing beaches? If you do, you have to bring your family and you to Aruba.
Very nice. Good question. I want to read more. Okay, Wesley wants to share. He just started a new introduction. You ready, Wesley?
Do you like Legos? Then you will like.
And your topic, go ahead. You know your topic is.
Then you would like this Lego.
I'm going to teach you about Lewis and Clark and their adventure and all the obstacles they went through in their expedition. Lewis and Clark. You may think the chores your parents give you are hard, but if you were in Lewis and Clark, just this one chore they got is probably 100 times harder. I'm going to teach you what Lewis and Clark saw, the obstacles they went through, and the help they got along the way.
So the students have researched a topic for westward expansion, and they've put their research into a nonfiction article, a 2-sided nonfiction article, where they wrote a conclusion, 4 subtopics, and an introduction and a conclusion and 4 subtopics. They put in text features, either maps, illustrations, and captions. They chose diagrams, anything like a chart that would help enhance their writing and explain a little bit more. They also have a works cited box on their page.
As students learn that they can lift the level of their writing in a step-by-step fashion, applying the skills and strategies they've been taught. These progressions help the teacher and student to have a clear understanding of what they will master as they move through each skill.
This checklist has helped me be a better writer because when I was writing my report, I was going through this checklist and I was actually talking to myself, did I actually do this? And it helped me push myself to be a better writer.
Using a checklist in 5th grade has become a part of our daily writing routine. Students look at their pre-writing assessments and use the checklist to make goals for themselves. They can clearly see what they're really good at as a writer, as well as what they need to work on. And the checklist gives them a way to be able to identify where they can push themselves.
An aha moment that I've had while using the writing checklist with Lucy Calkins is how quickly my students have been able to self-assess themselves. They use the writing checklist to track their learning and their development of their writing, and also use it to set goals. And as 2nd graders, that's been pretty impressive.
So I used to focus my writing instruction at the kindergarten level on pure mechanics of writing, being able to stretch out a word and record the sounds, and that was largely in response to a prompt. Now my writing instruction really focuses more on the craft of writing, being able to tell a story from your own words, from your own perspective.
Write longer and stronger sentences about my topic. I like writing because it like it expresses my feelings.
So what I've noticed with the units of studies for reading and writing is that the bar's been set pretty high for students. The students have gone up to that bar and some have even climbed over it.
The writing units of study have given me the support that I need to grow as a teacher of writing, and they've also helped my students to attain the skills that they need to become better writers.
The writing suggestions helped make my writing stronger, and it helped me set goals to work up to making my writing better.
Setting their own writing goals and that they're ready to take off and become independent with their learning. And isn't that what we want for our children to have, is to be independent learners?